talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she need down the ride, oh I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? And you crisp? Or you feeling irie today? Let's talk. Postal management. Postal management is no longer going to be unchecked. This is a messy video, but this is a factual video. There were surveys done by you, the postal workers. It has come full circle. Now, postal management is being held accountable for their actions. I'm going to read an article, and in the article, it actually has interceptions of what postal management has said in regards to carriers, in regards to. Let's just listen to the article and you determine how you feel about this. Let's talk. Postal management at the local level has always been hit and miss. Over my long career, I've had a few excellent managers and a lot of terrible ones. The good ones almost break your heart when they end up leaving your office, and most ultimately do. A bad manager can severely alter the work environment. People often ask why a relationship between craft postal workers and management is so adversarial. A lot has happened due to craft workers having a union contract that holds management's feet to the fire to follow the contract. But it also happens because every once in a while, the veil slips and something shows you what certain managers think of those that are responsible for managing. When something like this comes to light, it can really show you what's going on behind the public eye. This is an email from a POOM and a labor specialist sent out through a postal internal email network to other managers in the New York and Pennsylvania areas. So yes, people read their emails. There was an article linked to the cover sheet. And the article says this: in this episode of Andy Griffin's show, Bill Bixby plays his son of an affluent and well-known attorney. He is speeding and driving reckless down a country road and causes a farmer to wreck his truck. Andy Barney arrests the young man. Young Bailey is accustomed to having his father get him out of trouble, and by example of how he deals with Opie, teaches the young Bailey about taking responsibility for his actions. Regarding safety, why should we care more about an employee's safety than an employee does? If a carrier wants to deliver mail without a satchel and dog spray, and when they get their throat ripped out by a pit bull, why should we care? If a carrier wants to ride around without a seatbelt engaged and they die, oh well, too bad. We spend millions of dollars in education, training, and having equipment available for employees to work safely. We make water available. In the summer, it's hot. It's always hot. We provide water. And if employee doesn't properly hydrate, then the union wants to file a grievance against management. If an employee wants to be stupid and or careless, how is that fault of management? The union, like young Bailey's father, tries to bail the employees out of every situation. Many employees feel they don't have to follow the rules because the union is there to protect them. It's not their intention, but the union encourages bad behavior by defending every violation. Theft, throwing away the mail, and violence. Are these the kind of employees you want to work beside? We can't cure stupidity. We can only provide consequences. It's getting better. Your blood boiling yet? This one says, we are leaving too many office hours on the table daily. We need to tighten our four walls up and get this time back. With it being hot outside, no one wants to leave the cool office. Turn the AC off and drive them out. Any office not listed that had 0 opportunity hours, and I thank you for that. That's from a Poom. Turn the AC off and drive them out? Is this really where we are? You might say that, well, we've just one Poom, but anyone that has been at the USPS long enough knows this is far from an isolated opinion. There is such a disconnect from those in upper echelons of USPS and those that actually have boots on the ground. This all contributes to a toxic work environment. Don't believe it? Just take a look at public reviews of working at USPS. There's a link. The environment has gotten worse over the years. I worked there. I see so many different scenarios posted now that how bad it has become since he retired in 2022. Emails like the one above do not help us at all. The state of USPS management has gotten worse. Over the years, I don't know if it would ever improve. If you come across a good manager, let them know how much you appreciate them, because they are truly a rare thing in the United States Postal Service. In order for anything to truly change at USPS, those at the upper level will have to be willing to first admit that there's a problem, and second, be willing to address it. They certainly haven't been willing to address it in the past. Since 1970, there's been 26 acts of violence at a postal facility in the United States. I am no way condoning the violence that was acted out in these facilities. I just know that sometimes the pressure, the stress, and the work environment can push people to do unspeakable things. Giving lip service about EAP being available is not going to cut it. All postal managers, from headquarters to district pooms to local postmasters and supervisors, need to take a look at how you manage. Do you treat your employees with dignity? Do you treat them as human beings? The whole system needs to be pulled up by the root and a new environment brought forth. I am not sure that USPS has the culture to do it. I love that they keep using the word culture. I keep saying change the culture, right? Yeah. All right. So I did go and I clicked on something from the APWU. An APWU workplace survey of more than 10,000 APWU members has painted a stark picture of hostile work environments, low morale, and understaffing, overseen by poorly trained, ineffective, and disrespectful managers. The survey was launched in March of 2023, and an incredible 10,375 workers responded. Almost 78% of the surveyed members said they have witnessed or experienced a toxic work environment in the past 2 years. 62% of responders gave poor ratings for workplace morale, while only 18% rated morale positively. This survey shows how deep the problem is. Across the country, managers are disrespecting workers and creating a toxic work environment. For the good of our members and for the good of our public postal service, this has to stop. We are determined to make it stop. Warnings about a hostile climate at the Postal Service are not new, which contributed to the 1970 Postal Reorganization Act. Observed that an authoritarian style of supervision has become the rule in the post office. Authoritarian, that's the word I'm looking for. In the years since, warnings from the General Accountability Office, university studies, and postal unions have gone unheeded. Workers' Memorial Day, members across the country rallied against workers, wore stickers, and draw attention to the problems. And they stuck together. They have the actual survey posted here of how people feel. And these were obviously postal workers, because that's who these surveys go out to. Now, these are statistics. These statistics, when I read them a couple of years ago, probably didn't mean a thing. But now, like I said, and I'm sure that every postal worker that is actually watching me right now has received a little card in the mail. And that little card is ask people to step up to become supervisors. And I said this in my last video, is that because we have more buildings open up? No. Is it because we have new supervisors that are needed because of newly created positions? No. They're changing. The exposure has been put to the forefront. It's been brought to the forefront. There are people that are finally saying enough is enough. It's all over the news. It's in articles everywhere. So when you feel as if there is no end in sight, people are being held accountable. They are changing the culture. It's taking a while, but it's slowly starting to happen, because this article was out about 1.5 years ago. Now, notice that things are starting to change. I told people, hold on for the ride. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, but hold on for the ride. I've been saying that for a long time. The statistics don't lie. But as far as what we're talking about here with the state of USPS management, I think we're going to start to see some change. This change is going to happen. It's being put out there. This is JH. Y'all tell me what you think. I'm out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.